going to opt out, and that was expected by both of them. All right, so the World Series ends on Sunday morning, and it was one of the most entertaining World Series that I have seen in a long time. I've always said that the greatest World Series that I ever saw was 2001. Because if you can get one forever game in a World Series, it makes it memorable. 2, it's amazing. 3, it's unbelievable. And that's what happened in 2001. You know, the Brocious home run, the Tino home run, the Mr. November, Mariano blowing the save in Game 7. Those are forever games that will be remembered for all time. But you had a lot of those. You had those sorts of games in this World Series, the 18-inning game. Double up to lose the game in the ninth inning in Game 6 for the Blue Jays, and then an extra inning game again in Game 7. A one-out home run by a guy that is not a home run hitter. And then a home run by Will Smith in the 11th inning, and then they had a chance again, first and third with one man out. All they needed was a fly ball to score Guerrero from third base. And instead, Alejandro Kirk, if I'm a Blue Jay fan, that's the guy I wanted up. He hits the ball off the end of the bat, broken bat, ground ball to Mookie Betts, and an inning-ending, series-ending double play. I mean, what a World Series. Now, I'm going to tell you, I felt for the Blue Jay fans, and I hate what social media has exposed in all of us. I really do. I mean, the vitriol toward Blue Jay fans. And the Yankee fans that are going after Blue Jay fans, they're arguing, well, you were so nasty after you beat the Yankees. That was your World Series, and you're playing New York in the clubhouse, and Vlad Guerrero goes, Yankees lose, you deserve. They won. They beat the Yankees. They had the right to make fun. What did they do wrong? And the Blue Jay fans, they haven't had a World Championship since '93. And this is a fan base that attacked me relentlessly after I said what I said in July. And I still wanted the Blue Jays to win. How could you not root for them the way they play? And how could you not feel for them? How devastated they were. I was talking to a lot of people in baseball, ex-players too, yesterday. And they were telling me, that's one you don't get over, ever. You'll never get over that. And you can't say, well, they'll be back again. Are they going to be back again? You know how hard it is to get back? You might not have Bichette back. Max Scherzer's 41 years old. Bassett is a free agent. The team, as you know it, the one that just got to the World Series, is not going to be the same. Springer's going to be a year older. So you don't know if you're going to get back. And to lose in that fashion. I'm watching that game, and they bring in Hoffman. And Hoffman's biggest worry to me, and he didn't do it in September, and he hasn't done it for most of the postseason, was his propensity to give up home runs. He's facing Rojas. He obviously doesn't want to let Rojas get on, because then that would bring up Ohtani as the go-ahead run. And he keeps throwing breaking balls, and I'm going, I'm watching with Jody and Charlie. I go, why does he keep throwing a slider? You can hang a slider. You can't hang a fastball. This guy's not going to hit a ball out. The only way he's going to hit a ball out is if you hang a slider. He hung a slider, and Rojas hits a home run to tie the game. Unbelievable. And then Yamamoto comes into play, and it's funny. The Dodgers used all 4 of their starters in that game. They started Ohtani. He didn't have much. He gave up that 3-run home run to Bichette. Glasnow. Snell. And then Yamamoto pitching on no day's rest, just like Randy Johnson did in 2001. He won Game 6, and then he came in and won Game 7 against the Yankees. What a performance by Yamamoto. I mean, there's no argument. He was the MVP. He won 3 games. A complete game, then 7 innings, and then he comes in relief with no rest. No rest. And the Blue Jays used 3 of their starters. The only one that didn't pitch was Gausman. And it was Bieber who gave up the home run to Will Smith. But the Blue Jays didn't lie down. They had a chance. They came back. The double opens up against Yamamoto. And Yamamoto didn't have his greatest stuff. And then a walk. First, they sacrificed bunt Guerrero over to third, which I didn't love. You don't give up outs there. You should be able to score a guy from second base 3 tries. Now you've eliminated 1 out, and now you have 2 tries to get him in from third, and only 1 to get him in on an out. They're in there, walk first and third. You have Kirk up. You figure Kirk's going to get a ball in the air, but he didn't. Hits the ground ball. There's so many things to pick apart, so many things to look at. You know, a lot of people are questioning IKF. Why didn't he have a big enough lead in the 9th inning when they had a chance to win the game? So many things there, ripe for the picking. But I feel for the Blue Jays. I thought they were great. And they deserve to be champions, just like the Dodgers deserve to be champions. That's the heartbreaking part of sports, is that somebody has to lose. Somebody had to lose that World Series. Somebody had to lose a World Series that they will never get over. They'll be on their deathbed, and they'll be thinking about that World Series. But one thing stood out for me, and so many things are memorable about that World Series. I have never been anybody who gives so much love to Dave Roberts, because I know that the Dodgers are a heavily analytic team, and a lot of it is scripted, and it's handed down from up high from Andrew Friedman and his really smart front office. But I thought that Dave Roberts didn't have a good World Series. Dave Roberts had a great World Series. He made bold, decisive moves. Andy Pages is his everyday center fielder, and he couldn't get out of his own way in the postseason. And you know what? He benched him. And he had Rojas play second base in Game 6 and second base in Game 7. He made great defensive plays in Game 6. He saved the game with that to get IKF with the infield in Game 7. Then he hits the home run. A lot of teams wouldn't do that, no matter how bad their starter is struggling. Hey, the Yankees didn't do it with Volpe. They never benched him against the Blue Jays. He couldn't hit. All he kept doing was striking out. They never said, well, let's make a change here. They didn't. Teams are reluctant to do that. Dave Roberts did. And then Dave Roberts brings in Pages for defense at just the right time, and he has the fly ball catch running into Teoscar Hernandez on Barger. That would have ended the World Series. That brought Yamamoto to his knees. He shuffled the lineup. He dropped Mookie Betts from second to third and then fourth. I thought he was brilliant, the way he employed his pitchers. It was just the right feel. That bullpen was a mess, and somehow he got something out of it all the time. Do you know that in all the extra innings that they played in this series, I believe there were 11 extra innings, the Blue Jays didn't score a run because of the way Dave Roberts manipulated his bullpen. Another aspect that we have to talk about with the world. See, money didn't play a part in this. Really, you know, listen, there's nothing wrong with using money. If you have the money and you want to spend it, it's good for you. Good for the Dodgers. But the 4 starters they used, that's over $1 billion of contracts that you used. So it's not like money didn't play a role in this. It played a role. I mean, you're paying Yamamoto $325 million over 12 years. Ohtani's getting $700 million over 10 years. Snell's got a truckload of money. Glasnow a truckload of money. So don't say money didn't play a role. And it has nothing negative about the Dodgers at all. But to just erase that, well, look at the guys that contributed. Hernandez, Kike Hernandez, and Rojas. Yeah, okay, those guys don't make a lot of money. But the heartbeat of the team was the starting pitching in this World Series, and they make a lot of money. And they perform the way they're supposed to perform. But Roberts was bold, he was decisive, and did a great job. And if you're a Yankee fan, did your heart not break for Don Mattingly? I thought it was such a beautiful moment. I don't know if you guys saw this. Mattingly was just sitting there on the bench. He stayed there watching the Dodgers celebrate on the field at Rodgers Center, just staring. And Bo Bichette came up behind him and hugged him. And then said, let's go. And then Don finally got up and walked away. All these years of being a baseball player, a coach, a manager, and he was that close to winning his first ring, and it got taken away. It's like the baseball gods have something against Donald Arthur Mattingly. But all you Yankee fans that are hating on the Blue Jays and feeling good that they're suffering, get real, man. Get real. Like your fan base doesn't do the same thing. Every fan base does that. Oh, you won your World Series and you beat the Yankees. Of course they felt like that. The Yankees are a big impediment to get over. The Yankees are favored in that series. And to the victors go the spoils. You like the fact that they're suffering like that? I know they're an insufferable fan base at times. Believe me, I've been at the other side of it. And still I wanted them to win. Because maybe it could have changed baseball for the better. Maybe if a team like that won a championship, then we wouldn't be looking at whale and